Grand Rising, wonderful souls, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I appreciate all of them. I read all the comments. I read as many emails as I can. I might not be able to respond to all of yours, but I appreciate you reaching out and creating this community that we have. Thank you so much. Now, I wanted to go straight into the reading, and I realised when I was setting up for this reading that I was just singing songs about love. So there was one, I Feel Love. I'm not even going to sing it because it's really high pitch and I will murder it. And the other one was Kylie Minogue. Baby, when I saw you for the first time, I knew we were meant to be as one. So I feel like this is like love at first sight. There is something going on here. We have a King of Cups coming out. We also have a Page of Cups. You may make somebody feel like you know, the first person you ever had like a crush on, or the first person that you fell in love with, the first time that you felt that love. This is what I'm getting here. We have the Fool coming out to the King of Cups. This person may have stopped themselves from feeling this way, or they may hold themselves back. Okay, we have the Hierophant coming out. We have the Fool. They may have been held back because of past relationships. The Hierophant being in reverse could be separation. We have the Star in reverse as well. We have the World. So there's been some things that this person may have been battling with when it comes to trust, when it comes to opening up again. The Hierophant, why am I getting this? Could be messy. It could have been messy in the past. Let go, I heard. So this person may have let go of this. I'm not going to put this out just yet. Wanting to trust again. Wanting to trust again. I've been told to go over here. Let me see. What do we need to know about these cards? Let's see. Tell me about this person. Why do I keep getting, like, I don't know, somebody here is going to get the fairy tale. They're going to get the fairy tale ending that they've always wanted. We have here Upstart to Molten Revolution. It seems like whoever this person is thinks that you're very vivacious. They like that either you're outspoken or that rebellion, because it does say rebellion on there. You are not somebody who is happy to go with the crowd if it is not genuinely something that you agree with. And they like you being outspoken. There's something here that they enjoy, the fact that you are outspoken and that you just speak your mind. We've also got transmission here, spreading of conditions, influence and impact upside down. This is what I'm talking about. This is the energy of I will die mad on this hill, and this is my unpopular opinion. I don't know if maybe they have that. This person could be an Aries, or they have a lot of fiery energy coming through. Tell me more about this person, please. What do we need to know about this person? Thoughtful, polite and good manners. Okay. So this person, as much as they are very outspoken, they can be very polite. I think they like that about you. They like that you have good manners. Why am I getting underneath is stalked, invaded and watched? So this is maybe the reason why this person is so private. Maybe in the past they found that being really open hurt them. Maybe that happened to you as well. You know, you're going to have a lot of things in common. This stalked, invaded and watched with that number condensing down to a 4. There may have been family issues in the past. Yeah, because you've got aggressor, tracker and provider coming out. Aggressor, tracker and provider. Somebody here was stalking them. Somebody is going to be watching very closely to this relationship and how it blossoms. And if you are not looking for a relationship, this is not for you. If you put shouty caps in the comment section, I will just delete it. Because if it's not for you, you don't have to tell the world that it's not. Just don't claim it. We have here energy, newness and vitality. This is coming out in reverse. I feel like there may be some drama that's trying to follow either you or them. Or there's something here with wanting to keep their relationship private with you, or you wanting to do that because of, there's just people around. It's almost like hyenas circling an injured zebra, or a vulture, you know, vultures circling because they want to get a piecemeal. Reprise, cover it, and come back. Look at this. And then you've got free will, sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. So there is definitely the energy of people wanting to come in and poo-poo this relationship. The relationship itself, though, is really sweet. It's really sweet. And I say that because I look at this one here with courtesy, with thoughtful, polite, and good manners, and how that 38, condensing it down to an 11, is all about our thoughts and how we co-create what it is that we want to see in our world. But look at all the sweet things that they have around them. Okay, this is like a manifested, like you're manifesting this person is manifesting you. And it's going to be things like them wanting to do small thoughtful things for you, leaving you little love letters. The fact that we have a wolf and we also have Red Riding Hood here, I don't feel like this wolf is looking at Red Riding Hood in a nasty way. It's almost like, I'm going to protect you, like you sit down and eat and I'm going to watch the perimeters and make sure that you're safe. And I feel like whoever this person is that's coming in, they may be used to doing this for other people. What they're not expecting is for you to do that for them. And I think that's going to be something that they feel that is really thoughtful. We also have here knowledge, study, learning, and education. So there is also the energy of learning and sharing information. Learning random facts, I'm hearing. Learning about history. There are going to be books that are shared and read and swapped. This is what I mean by you're going to have something in common that is like the passion. It kind of connects you guys, whether it's writing, reading, singing, poetry, something along those lines with studying, learning, and education. This person could be a professor, they could be a mentor, or you could be, or they could see you as one. This reprise, recovery, and comeback, what I'm getting from that also is that this person, whoever they are, they will be your yin to your yang to your yin, and they're going to help you to see people from your past for who they actually are, rather than just for their actions. And it's not saying that their actions did not cause trauma or pain. Of course they did. You know, we all carry that, right? But there's something here, I don't know, there's something about, look, you've got trust, wavering, and confidence coming out. I'm gonna go to another deck. What have we got here? Connecting deep within, sacred dance, and instinct with primal. It being in reverse, I feel like there is definitely either one or two people who are hanging around your energy, or they're not even in your energy, and it's at the moment they're watching from afar, and it's going to get to a point where you guys become official, that people become very interested. You have here endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, and negative nostalgia. That being in reverse with holding on way too tight, it's almost like someone here has let go. Whoever it is that feels ghosted by you or blocked by you, or you didn't give them a second chance, this is who's going to be very important. This is who's going to be very invested in, I heard, your social media accounts, or what it is that you're posting, how you're updating the world about your life, if you're updating the world about your life. That stalked energy, with stalked, invaded, and watched. I feel like somebody here is stalked and watched by people from the past, and it doesn't have to mean that you're actually having someone follow you. If you are, please speak to the police. With that being said, this is like someone's trying to pry into someone's dream space, and they've been trying to do this for a while. All right, you want it to come out. Why? What have we got underneath here? The Akashic libraries are open. Someone's trying to get into your Akashic libraries. Okay. I feel like it's written in your Akashic library, in your Akashic book, that you were to meet this specific person, like this high vibrational person, at a specific time in your life, which is more or less now. Okay, we have sweet memories coming out here. So stalked, invaded, and watched with number 11. And number 11 is really, that is really important. Watch out for the numbers 1, 11, 111, 11, 11. and variations like 0, 1, 1, 0, the ones that are reflecting each other. Who is this with stalked? And there is definitely the energy of someone being very interested in your social media accounts. They may be trying some. I did get like a dream download, which was so strange, of someone trying to get in to someone's phone and like hack an account. And I think it was like Instagram or something like that. And I know that it wasn't me, but I was looking through the eyes of someone else, and they were pretending to be asleep or pretending to be vulnerable while this person was like flicking through their phone trying to find like their passwords and things like that. And when they left their own phone there, this other person grabbed their phone and was doing the same thing, but done it very, very quickly. When this energy came back, they freaked out. They absolutely freaked out. So you have someone here who's really trying to pry into your energy. We do have cast away out of your depth and feeling abandoned. And look at the number on there. Number 11. Oh my goodness. And this is Cancer. So this could be a friend, this could be a family member, because the 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and that looks at family. It looks at stability. We also have a rat coming out here. So there may be a rat in the family or a rat in the friendship circle. I'm putting this down next to energy, newness and vitality in reverse, which is a number 1. Oh my goodness. I'm just seeing all the 1s and 11s everywhere now. There's someone here who's trying to drain your energy, or there's someone who is draining your energy. Check your energy levels. How do you feel when you wake up first thing in the day, in the morning? How do you feel when you're going to sleep? Do you need to have a nap halfway through the day? I'm hearing a morning nap. Someone needs to have a morning nap. We have here lost magic, atonement and rebalance coming out in reverse, with study, learning and education. So whoever this love interest is for you, I feel like they are going to have specific expertise, knowledge or understanding in an area to do with, I heard sacred geometry for someone here, mudras. It could be ley lines within the earth. It could be energy lines. You know, you can have, it's like your birth chart done, but instead of it looking at the zodiac signs just to do with the planets, it kind of links those lines across the world, and I can't remember what it's called. And when you have a look at your own map, it will tell you where are the best places to live, to fall in love, the best places to create a business, the worst places to be to create friendships, or you know, the places that will have the most illusions and dreaminess that you should go to, but not for too long. I can't remember what that's called, but this person is giving the energy of someone who has an expertise in something very niche and very specific when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to faith, religion, when it comes to the esoteric. And it says, look, find solutions in unknown places in the darkness. This person could be a healing guru of some sort, or maybe in their community they're seen as a healing guru, or maybe this is just somebody who is very interested in psychology and the shadow. I'm going to pop that one out as well because that's really cool. Look at that. It's time to become a great leader. I'm putting this one down over stalked, invaded and watched with sweet memories. I feel like someone here has become a great leader because of the experiences, or because of, in spite of the experiences that they've had. And the person that's coming in as a love interest, like a genuine, balanced, divine masculine, divine feminine, but in their balanced energy, is somebody who has been through very similar things, if not the same, very, very similar experiences in childhood, in teenage years, maybe even in jobs and interests. It's almost like two peas that have been taken out of a pod. One went that way and one went that way, and now you're more or less connecting with each other again. Two kindred spirits. Some people would say twin flame, other people would say divine counterpart. I like to use the word just kindred spirits. It says on here it's time to become a great leader. Okay, so there is balance coming in here. And with sweet memories, I feel like whoever it is that I'm talking to, as well as whoever it is that's coming in for you, there seems to be no lack of hope. And what I mean by that is, even in someone's darkest times, they still had a conversation, a channel or conversation. Apologies for that break there. What I was saying, it seems like there is no there's no lack of hope that is held within either you or this person. And what I mean by that is, by looking at these cards with Stalked, Invaded and Watched, and then Sweet Memories and It's Time to Become a Great Leader, someone here has kept faith, whether that is their communication to God or who you see as God's source, whether that is, you know, faith in self. Someone's always picked themselves back up again. And I think that's really beautiful, because not everyone can do that. And I think that's something that you may have in common with this person, or it's something that is inspired by this person or by you. Either, take it as it resonates. I think that this is something that maybe people that may be circling this relationship or just watching from afar with envy may have always, it's almost like there is a slight tinge of envy that may have come from someone here when you were younger. It doesn't have to be the same person that's watching you now, you know, watching your glow up, watching how far you've come, seeing how much you have emotionally matured and the emotional intelligence that you have. I do feel like who's coming in, they're very sensitive, and we use that word as if it's negative, you know, don't be so sensitive. Why wouldn't we want someone to be sensitive? Because being sensitive means that I am emotionally intelligent. I can read other people's emotions and I can respond accordingly. Someone here didn't like this. I don't know if it's because you could read people really well, or this person can read people really well. Guidance, but where will it lead you, with a number 3. So we've had 3 come out more than once. I don't know if this person is a Gemini, or if this person is just very open with expressing their emotions. And I'm getting that for someone that is not the norm. It may have been that past relationships were very one-sided or very closed down. So if there was something that in any way threatened the other person's sense of privacy or their sense of their ego, that they would just shut down, and it became a stonewalling or like cold shoulder. I'm going to ignore you in this relationship until things get better by themselves. Just stick my head in the sand. You won't get this with this new person. This person is very aware of their emotions. They're very aware of their energetic body. Whether or not they use certain spiritual terms or not, it doesn't really matter. They're grown up. This is what I'm getting. They're grown up. This is grown up love. Even if you feel like a small kid when you're with them, or you feel like a teenager when you're with them. Okay. Last one. Okay, so we have here, see, I was telling you about that dream download that I had. Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Someone here needs to upgrade their phone, their laptop, put a stronger firewall, because this is giving that stalked, invade and watched energy is coming back round. And I don't know if it's the same people that may have, I'm getting like someone may have got bullied, someone was picked on maybe when they were younger, or picked on recently and had to kind of stand up for themselves. Now this can be psychic and spiritual attacks. This can be at the workplace. This can be in the family. I am getting that there is the same energy. That same energy from past is trying to cycle and push itself back in again, especially when this relationship goes from just kind of flirting and dating to becoming official. Okay, and if you don't have social media, there is definitely a community-based something where it's got to do with your character. Someone here is jealous of who you have on your arm, because it's not about looks. It's not about how muscly you are or how slender or slim you are. It has nothing to do with aesthetics, even though, come on, let's be honest, when you see someone who's attractive, you're more likely going to speak to someone that you find attractive than someone that you don't. You know, there's got to be a spark there. But it transcends that, because after you speak to someone that you find attractive, either there is a spark there or there isn't. And if there isn't, it doesn't matter how handsome or beautiful they are, it's just not going to work. There's something more than this. I feel like somebody is looking at you and this other person as you aren't a match with each other. So why is it that you go so well? Why is it that you feel so safe and secure with this person? I heard, for someone here specifically, when you didn't feel like that around me. Okay. And it's because this person is helping you to rediscover your individuality and to become the dragon. It's change. There's a lot of change coming in here. We also have magical space clearing time in reverse. We also have little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, and responsibility. So it doesn't have to be that the person that is kind of like circling around this relationship or watching, you know, your social media or listening in through the grapevine of the community of what's happening in this relationship. What are you doing in your love life? Why are you succeeding? Doesn't have to be an ex. It doesn't have to be someone who's like, I can no longer manipulate your heart. It could be somebody here that bullied you. It could be somebody that picked on you. It could be somebody that saw your light and was jealous of it because you were always hopeful. There's something here about your hope, your brightness, you're willing to see the good in people that irked this person. Because we're just talking about a dragon, okay, becoming the dragon, and you have a sibling, younger friend, or someone that you may have felt responsible for, especially with that 40 there, family, with 2 dragons around them. It's almost like I can do anything you can do. I can do anything that you can do better. I can't remember how the song goes, but it's if you do it, I can do it. And if you're going to have your hair that colour, I'm going to have my hair that colour. And I'm going to get it done before you do, so I can say that you're copying me. There does seem to be a little bit of childishness coming through. Someone is upset though that you have stopped playing a game, or you never were playing a game. It's not that one, it's the blue one. Let's go over here. Okay, we have the World coming out to the Knight of Cups. Yeah, whoever this person is that's coming forward, it's like this is the last person that needs to come forward. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80. This is the last person in love that will come forward, because you don't need any. It's not that you don't need anyone else. It's when you are searching for a partner who is equal to you, we end up kissing a lot of frogs, you know, to find the prince or the princess. You're going to find, you don't have to kiss any more frogs after this person, because you found them. They found you. You manifested them at the right time. The world is about cycles, you know, finishing cycles. And the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who is like an old romantic, somebody who is very, and it's coming back to being very thoughtful. Like you could be talking to them about a specific, I don't know, let's say a different an era of art. You could say, I love Art Nouveau, I love Art Deco, you know, and they've listened to that. And when they buy you a gift, they buy you something within those art styles because you had a conversation and said how much you really liked this art an artist and art installation. So they go and buy you something from that, and the conversation may have been a month before, but they've remembered. It's little things like this that maybe you were missing in other relationships, where you were doing these things and they were like, oh, that's so thoughtful, thank you so much, but they never returned the thought unless you first provoked them to by giving them that gift. Do you get what I mean? I know I'm being quite long-winded with this. I do think that whoever this person is that's coming in for you is going to, I feel like this person themselves are watched a lot by others. I don't know if they have like a sway in their community, and that is why people are kind of like, how did you get them? Or how did they get you? You know? Because there's definitely questions going on about who are you? How did you guys meet? You know, where are you in your relationship? Are you going to get married? There's a lot of chatter. We have the Queen of Cups coming out in reverse. We also have the 8 of Swords. This could be, and I am getting with this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Cups knows to a certain degree the person that's coming in, and if not like first-hand like friends, it's an acquaintance in some way. 6 of Cups is coming out to the Queen of Cups. So you may get negative feedback from a community that this kindred spirit is from, and it has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you as a person or your qualities or your characteristics. It literally has to do with the community. It gives teenage girls who are, you know, fantasizing about being married to a pop star, let's say a K-pop star, and they're just like, oh my gosh, I want to be his boyfriend, I want to be his girlfriend, he'll be my boyfriend. And then they find out that that person that they've been crushing on actually has a wife, and they're like, fuck, they have a wife, they've got children, how dare they? It's like, you never had a chance with, what's his name, with Jungkook from BTS. What are you talking about? This person doesn't even know that you're alive. What, because you got their poster in your wall and you're 12 and you're like, someday I'll be old enough and I will marry him and we will have children. That's not happening. That's what I'm getting here, is that there are people who are looking at the person that you're with and the qualities that they hold, because at first there's some people here that might be like, well, that person isn't as good looking as my ex or my boyfriend or my husband or my whatever. But looks don't mean nothing. We're looking at quality of character. And there's something here with the quality of character of this kindred spirit who just blows everyone else out of the water. Why are they giving me like Benny Blanco? You know, Selena Gomez is engaged to Benny Blanco. I watched an interview between the two of them with, I cannot remember his name, but they had like really intimate questions and it was really lovely. Like their interactions, how Benny and Selena met each other. Selena being really, really shy, really introverted. Benny being really outgoing and really talkative and stuff like that. And I mean, he's not my type in any way, shape or form, but we don't fall in love with how someone looks. We fall in love with their heart, right? As much as we want the person that we fall in love with, we want to be attracted to them. Of course we do. We fall in love with their heart. And it's giving me Selena and Benny. It really is this. And that there are going to be people, they're going to be haters. There are going to be people that comment and say certain things. And that's more to do with their journey to healing than it has to do with you. And I feel like I need to state this because we have a Queen of Cups coming out in reverse. This is somebody who should actually be emotionally mature enough to let go, is what I'm hearing, but they won't. They literally won't. And I'm getting that this is a family member. Cast away out of your depth and feeling abandoned. Someone here is not getting the attention they thought they were going to get. They want attention. And I don't know if they want attention from you or they want attention from your kindred spirit, the person that's coming in for you. Guidance, but where will it lead you? You have somebody here who is going to try and it's almost like cut you off mid-sentence in a conversation so that they can get the attention. It does give me it gives pick me vibes. It's the energy of being in conversation with your kindred spirit, maybe when you're first talking to them, even before you're dating them, and this other person being jealous that either you are not looking at them in an envious way and going, look at them, look what they've got, or that this person that you're talking to is not giving them attention and coming over and just cutting you off halfway through talking and like trying to stand in front of you to garner some sort of reaction from you because you're looking at the back of their head now, and to garner some sort of reaction from whoever it was that you were speaking to because now they're looking dead in their eyes. Do you get what I'm saying? This Queen of Cups here is somebody who is they're quite shallow. Well, they're quite insecure, actually. They're quite insecure. We have the Five of Swords coming out here. Okay. The Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like the relationship that you have with this kindred spirit is one that teaches you more defense than attack, if that makes sense, when we're talking about energies that are trying to snoop, because this person could be like an engineer then. They could be an engineer or a technician of some sort. I'm just thinking of that downloaded like message in my dream of somebody like trying to look through your phone, and in the end you grabbing the phone and them just freaking out. And I remember I was telling my other half like about the dream download and stating that as I woke up, in my mind's eye, as I was waking up, I was grabbing their phone and then putting it into my phone, so that it may be something to do with tech, learning something about tech, tech surveillance, tech protection. With the Five of Swords in reverse, this isn't about fighting fire with fire. This is going, oh, that's a fire. They're throwing fire at me. Here's some water. Let's put it out. Just put it out and carry on with your day. So it seems to be more like protection measures when it comes to why your tech, your email, your something like this. Page of Swords is coming out as well. Yeah, it's turning a blind eye to people who just want your attention. The Ten of Rods. So I'm going to place this one down on the World card. The Ten of Rods is coming out. So I feel like there will be a portion of time in which, when you are getting to know this new person, there may be obstacles that are placed in front of you. And the thing is, it's my understanding that all obstacles or delays are placed there by the divine, and they're put there for a reason. It's either to slow us down so that we can see the bigger picture. It could be that we need to learn something, we need to rest, whatever it may be. There is going to be some sort of challenge here. It could be that you guys are at a distance from each other, because I'm looking at the sea beacon fairy, and I mean, look how far she is from that boat, and you can see the boat back there, but she's the beacon. And we also, there's a lot of water coming through, because Alice in the Sea of Tears is also in water, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which is also a water element. There is going to be some sort of challenge here. It may actually be that this person here being a family member, I don't know if this is your family member or if this is their family member being dramatic in some way, trying to place a wedge, trying to slow something down for you two. It could be that you are an ocean away from each other, or it could be that the ocean is talking about emotions, and that all of these waters are choppy. There's storms going on here emotionally. This kindred spirit may be still healing something here. I heard they are worth working with, or they are worth dating, or something along those lines. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please, and thank you. We have the Three of Cups coming out. Yeah, this person's going to be very upset when they realise that the kindred spirit that's coming towards you is going to be dating you or make something official. And there's definitely a souring here. For all we know, this could be somebody who shares children with this kindred spirit, or a business with this kindred spirit, and or it could be their mother, because we've got the Queen of Cups coming out, and they have put almost like what's the words? They've attached strings so that this kindred spirit can only venture so far. And what I mean by that is, if they share a child, it could be, well, you're not going to get to see your child as much if you don't give me the attention rather than that new person. If it's the mother, it could be you're out of the inheritance. It could be with a business, them fighting over separating that business. There's just something there that may bring in a little bit of an obstacle, and you are just being told to look at it as a time of growth. It's a time of growth and a time to be patient. Okay, the Three of Cups in reverse, it may not be enjoyable, but it's part of just our human experience, right? We also have the Five of Swords coming out and the Devil in reverse. Okay, so learning and growing with this person is actually going to help heal maybe something within yourself that is reactive. Just reactive. It could be that your first thought is to want to do something back to somebody who may be trying to scam you or fish through your phone. And what I mean by fish is like, you know, click on this link and you will be able to see blah blah blah, and then you do that and they're able to hack your phone and take all of your information. I feel like there is knowledge, understanding coming through here, learning, study and education. This person's going to teach you how to avoid certain things, how to look for red flags, how to know when to respond and when not to, what kind of software you might need on your laptop, that kind of thing. And we have the Ace of Swords coming out here. So the Page of Swords being in reverse is talking about things that we don't know or don't see. You don't see this cycle coming in. This may be like completely, almost like this person is going to drop out of heaven and into your lap. That's how I'm seeing this, with the Page of Swords being there in reverse. The Page of Swords is what we know, what we see, what we're learning. The Page of Swords is a student. They are an apprentice. They are someone who is constantly assimilating information. It being in reverse can mean that they're not doing any of those things, or it could mean that they are focusing on something else so much that they don't see what's coming in for them. And what's coming in for you, I feel like this is, both of you are kind of like, it's like a chance meeting. It's like meeting each other when rushing for a train, or you both hail the same cab and get in at the same time. Or you're both running late for work in opposite directions and run into each other around a corner, and the coffee goes everywhere, and then you look into each other's eyes and oh my gosh, and then they ask you if they can take your number so they can, you know, get your dry cleaning bill, and it starts from there. That's what I'm getting here. Oh, it's very fairy tale-ish. Very fairy tale-ish. And if this person has got a swaying in their community or is like a bit of a mini celebrity, you're not going to know that you're not going to be aware. Seven of Swords is coming out. The Seven of Swords is giving me the energy of the fear of deceit, like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And then we have the Hanged Man to the Chariot. So there is someone here. There is someone here who's trying to come in, who wants to spoil this, who wants to kind of maybe place that fear of doubt in your mind or in their mind before you even meet each other. That's crazy. That's why we got Stalked, Invaded and Watched coming out. Because the thing is as well, is that Seven of Swords, they're actually carrying 5 and leaving 2, which is doubt and confusion. But carrying away, almost like confrontation, arguments, next to the 10 of Wands. And then we have the Hanged One in reverse. The Hanged One in reverse is removing obstacles. There is a Queen of Cups here who is trying to bring, for those of you who are in a relationship, excuse me, it does seem like there is a Queen of Cups here who is trying to place in some sort of estrangement or just like strained energy between you and a partner that you're with. Maybe a lack of trust. Maybe there being a bit of a burden. What is the burden? What's the burden? Or the perceived burden. What's the perceived burden for those who are in a relationship, please? Thank you. Justice is coming out, Moon, and the 8 of Cups. So it could be to do with the way that you feel like you're being treated. Enough time. Someone not feeling like they're being given enough time. Or not being treated fairly. But I get time. Like their time's not being... It's not being shared out fairly between workplace, socializing, seeing you. You have the Moon and you also have the 8 of Cups. So it could be making you feel quite emotional, especially with the 6 of Cups coming out at the moment. So you may have someone here who is like a water witch, sea witch, swamp witch, or just someone who's very good at manipulating other people's emotions. The Sun is coming out. I feel like this is going to be highlighted at some point. Magic's going to backfire without a doubt here. And I think this happens when you cleanse something off of you, because we picked up before there being like this energy of feeling drained or tired. And I think someone here needs to cleanse out their entire home, mop your floor with Florida water, with vinegar, with whatever it is that you do. Someone here needs to like do from head to toe cleanse of their own body, their own aura, their home, any spiritual practices that you have in place that you haven't done for a while. You're being asked to do them now, because doing so is going to remove some sort of feeding tube. This Queen of Cups here is trying to feed off your energy, or they are feeding off your energy, and they feel like they're victorious, knowing that if you cleanse this, you will be victorious. You will be victorious. Because justice will be, like those scales will go back into equilibrium. But I heard don't hold back, do it now. Do it now. For someone, this is just a smoke cleanse with intention. Yeah, and it will end. It will end something, which is exactly what you need. I feel like I'm going to leave it here for now. If you know, if this has given you confirmation and clarity of what you already intuitively know, and you are new to my channel and this resonated, excuse me, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts. I have to make sure that it is an actual heart. Kisses. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Please know that my readings are open. They will be open until the 10th of April, at a push maybe the 14th of April. But I will let you know as places go very, very quickly. If you are interested in having a reading, please make yourself familiar with my services and the prices that I offer by having a look in the description box. Just underneath my email, the first paragraph will show you those services and prices. Once you have had a look at those, email me and, you know, I'll get back to you and we can work out what it is that you need and custom fit that. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.